The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
We wanted to cancel the Shabbaton. At least the catering money we could have saved. The hotel money we would be penalized. So the girls came to me, everyone came to me. My family members, everybody came to me and said, Rabbi, nobody wants it. Why are you doing it? Why are you forcing it? Nobody wants it. You put it out there, you advertised it, you announced it 100 times. Nobody's making any reservations. It was 2 weeks before. Cancel. What are you doing? I said, I learn Mishnah every day. I put on Rabbi Tam's tefillin. My father, Shalom, when he passed away, I took his Rabbi Tam's tefillin and I started wearing them right away. And I wear Rabbi Tam's tefillin. My father, Shalom, always learned in his Rabbi Tam's tefillin. He learned Mishnah. He learned Halacha. I said, every morning I wear Rabbi Tam's. After I finish davening, Rabbi Tam's tefillin, I learn Mishnah. What Mishnah do? I open up Pirkei Avos from the beginning of Pirkei Avos, and I go every day. I learn a Mishnah or two. So I'm learning over Pirkei Avos 100 times, but whatever. That's what I do. And whenever I open it to, it sends me a message. I'm weird like that. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But I look at it something in this Mishnah is going to happen today. That morning, the morning after they told me to cancel, which is 2 weeks before the Shabbaton, I opened the Mishnah. And it says the following, I know it by heart. Kol k'nesiya l'shem shemayim, any gathering that you do totally l'shem shemayim, not for money, not for kavod, just for Hashem. Soifei lehiskayim. In the end, it will succeed. Ushe'eno, and if you do it not l'shem shemayim, eno miskayim. It's not going to succeed. That was the mission of the day. I mean, like God didn't have to smack me in the face. So I went back to the office. You can ask my girls. I went back to the office, and they said, so? And everybody was anti because you lose so much money. Everyone was anti. I said, well, I learned the Mishnah this morning, and the Mishnah says that if we do it l'shem shemayim, right, and we take in people, whoever they are, whether Ornava girls, or people with cancer, or people in wheelchairs, or people from dysfunctional family, whatever it is, we're taking in everyone. It's not just an Ornava thing. Whoever needs, whoever wants to come, we're taking in everyone. And so, by the way, how many rooms did we book? So my girl looks it up. She says, in the contract, you booked 250 rooms. But you have a right, when you do this hotel thing, you have a right to lose up to 10% of those rooms. In other words, if you take 250, that's 25, 10% is 25 rooms. You only have to use 225. Forgot the word, there's an English word for it. Whatever it is. So, if you don't need those 25 rooms, let's let them know a day before. You don't have to take 250. You can drop, always 10%. 10% we give you room. So they said, should we call the hotel and at least let's get rid of the 25 rooms. If we get rid of the 25 rooms, we'll save some money. So we'll just take 225 instead of 250. I'm like, call the hotel, find out how many rooms they have available. Excuse me? I said, find out besides the 250, how many more rooms they have available. They said, why would you ask that? We only have 50 rooms booked. We're not sold out. I'm like, just ask them. They looked at me like I was crazy. She comes back into the room. They have 10 more to sell. Because other people, there was another group there. There's 10 rooms. They could give you, if you want, 260 rooms. I said, book it. They went, what? Rabbi, we love you, but we have 50 rooms. Why would you take 260 rooms? Take the 225 rooms. I said, because it says, Kol k'nesiya l'shem shemayim, soifei lehiskayim. If you do it for the right reasons, we will be full. I called up my Rabbi. Sir Gamliel, I need a bracha. No one's coming to my Shabbaton. He said, a few days before your Shabbaton, you will turn people away. You will not have any rooms. 2 days before, I was turning people. We couldn't have any rooms. People were angry at me. We had no rooms. Not only that, but we went online and bought some rooms online because every hotel has to leave a certain amount of rooms for these companies that buy online. So we ended up with 779 people, almost 800 people. You have to believe in Hashem. If you do l'shem shemayim, you have a Kadosh Baruch Hu bracha. So Baruch Hashem, everybody that was there with L'Shem Shemayim. That's where we had that bracha.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org